Fallout has recently exploded in popularity due to the Fallout TV series, and it seems that Bethesda Game Studios, Bethesda and Xbox have been very behind in developing Fallout titles. Now it seems things have changed behind the scenes to the point that there are now a lot of projects for the Fallout franchise being worked on. In this video we are going through the full roadmap of the Fallout franchise coming up in 2026 and beyond. Let's get started with, of course, Fallout 76. Fallout 76 is going to be continuously getting updates, and it hasn't been abandoned by Bethesda. Its current Q1 2026 roadmap shows updates from December 2025 all the way to March 2026, including a crossover event with the Ghoul from Season 2 in December of 2025. The game is featuring new events, new seasons, new treasure hunts, new activities and public events for players to play, and it's likely that this game will of course receive updates throughout 2026, since this is really the only active Fallout project that you can play right now and continuously gain new content and updates on throughout 2025 and 2026. The Fallout 76 is very much alive and well and has gotten a lot better since its launch, and another active Fallout game is Fallout Shelter, which has been advertised as getting new content very soon as of October 23rd, 2025. The game will add some new seasons, and this will come along with a lot of brand new in-game items. The next game seemingly is the Fallout 3 Remaster, being developed by Virtuous Studios behind the scenes. Now, this is the same team that developed Oblivion Remaster, so we can see a very similar remaster coming for Fallout 3, which will still be using the same base game built on the creation engine by Bethesda Game Studios back in the day, now having Unreal Engine 5 as a new fresh coat of paint for the game, which will allow Virtuous Studios to make the game look a lot more modern and fresh, and maybe add some new features like a new HUD and add some new gameplay mechanics, maybe like running, and just tweak the combat system to get it up to scratch for a 2026 game. Now, looking at the release structure of Oblivion Remaster, it's likely that this game will be shadow dropped if it's ready in 2026, not 2026 then 2027, and it will likely also come to PlayStation 5 at the same time as the Xbox drop. Another game being developed by Virtuous Studios was confirmed by Jez Corden that Fallout New Vegas is also coming and is going to be getting the same treatment as Fallout 3 Remaster, and that will likely be their next game after Fallout 3. Now, after Fallout 3, I don't think Fallout New Vegas will come much longer afterwards, probably the next year or year and a half, but it will again be the same New Vegas game that we all know and love, only this time with a Unreal Engine 5 fresh coat of paint, and will likely receive very similar update gameplay wise and mechanically that Fallout 3 will get with its remaster. So those are the two near confirmed remakes that are coming from Virtuous Studios. Aside from that, we are going to be getting Fallout 5. Now, back in 2021, Todd Howard claimed that he had a one-pager for Fallout 5, and when developing the Fallout TV series with Jonathan Nolan, it seemed that Todd Howard explained what was going to be happening and where Fallout 5 was going to be set, so that the TV series doesn't copy the same thread and step on the toes that Fallout 5 will have upon its launch. So there was always a plan for Fallout 5 for years, and it seems Todd Howard will likely have that be his last game, as we assume that that will be worked on by Bethesda Game Studios after Elder Scrolls 6, which Todd Howard claimed that is still a long way off. However, it seems behind the scene plans have slightly changed from Microsoft, as they want to capitalize on the success and hype of the Fallout TV series by creating a brand new Fallout game, and it seems that they do not want to wait till the 2030s to have this game ready. So it's very likely now that Microsoft, after cancelling Project Blackbird by ZeniMax Online, who are the creators of Elder Scrolls Online, Project Blackbird was said to be their new sci-fi MMORPG, which they have been working on, and even the Microsoft higher-ups were actually happy with this game, to the fact they even approved of it, but the game was ultimately cancelled in 2025, and the reason why is because they wanted to put those resources into Fallout projects going forward, and one of the big Fallout projects is likely Fallout 5. So it seems, according to reports, that Microsoft want to expedite the Fallout 5 process and get it out faster than originally slated. This means that a new studio under Xbox Game Studios will likely probably take the reins of Fallout 5 in 2026. Now, this still could mean that Todd Howard's plan for Fallout 5 may be morphed into a Fallout 6 when the time is right, or they could use Todd Howard's plan to create Fallout 5, just not under Bethesda Game Studios. Again, they could still have Bethesda Game Studios helping and supervising the project, but it's likely we're going to get a lot more information leaked behind the scenes of what's going on with Microsoft, Xbox, Bethesda, and all the behind the scene game development behind the Fallout series in 2026. As insider Jez Corden did confirm that the Fallout 5 has been fully greenlit, so it's likely that Microsoft and Xbox have a plan of who's going to be taking the reins of Fallout in the near future to develop Fallout 5. Now, he did specifically state Fallout Fallout 5. However, if another studio is going to be creating Fallout 5, they could also change it during development to have this game act as a New Vegas type of game, meaning this doesn't have to be called Fallout 5 and could be called something else as a sub-niche to Fallout. Another studio I want to focus on is Obsidian Games. Now, former CEO of Obsidian has stated that their next Obsidian game is going to be Avowed 2, and they're not necessarily going to be working on The Outer Worlds 3. There's also a small rumor on Reddit, which should be taken with a grain of salt, that 2026 Obsidian may release a post-apocalyptic game. It wasn't stated that this game was going to be Fallout. However, it very much can be if this is the case. Even though it seems that Obsidian has been making its new IPs, because of the changes going on behind the scenes, and with the recent development of Tim Cain, the Fallout creator, consulting Obsidian Games on upcoming projects, more recently The Outer Worlds 2, and just in 2025, Obsidian hired New Vegas lead writer John Gonzalez back to their studio as a creative director. This could all be pointing to this post-apocalyptic game coming in 2026, and it's likely, instead of calling it a new IP, they would name it Fallout, and it could be a brand new Fallout game coming next year. If not next year, then maybe even 2027. Also, back in 2022, gaming insider Jeff Grubb did state that this is very early, but people have begun to have talks and say these words in sentences, and those words are Obsidian and New Vegas 2. We're talking years and years away. There's at least an interest and conversations happening about making something like that actually a reality. Grubb added, a lot of people at Microsoft think that this could work, and there's a lot of interest to make it happen. And since then, Tim Cain has been brought on board, and John Gonzalez in 2025, and with this small rumor of a post-apocalyptic game coming in 2026, it would very much line up very nicely that in 2022 this plan was made, and now 4 years later, in 2026, the game is done. And if it is true, it's likely that this game has been made on Unreal Engine 5, since that is the development engine Obsidian has been making all of its recent games on. There is a potential of Obsidian's Fallout game coming next year, if this rumor is to be believed. If not, then there's still a potential that Obsidian can still be developing a Fallout game behind the scenes, as I'm sure they're the next best bet for Microsoft to go to create a Fallout game, given their past history with Fallout New Vegas. If Microsoft does want to expedite the process for Fallout 5, just a new Fallout title, Obsidian is the one you're going to go next. And of course, in December 2025, we're going to be getting the Fallout Season 2. This will span into 2026, and will likely tease a Season 3, which we may likely release sometime in 2027. Fallout show has just been very successful, will likely go on for a couple more seasons so far. That show alone has continuously driven up hype for the games and introduced new fans to the Fallout franchise. We also have Fallout London in 2025 getting a huge DLC update, which is a huge Fallout 4 mod, which is basically its own Fallout game set in London, which has just received new quests, thousands of bug fixes, and it's likely in 2026 we will see even more updates to this modding project, which you can download right now, and I'll leave the link for that game in the description. We also have Doom conversion mod Fallout Bakersfield, which is currently still in development and about 60% complete as of July 2025, and could release sometime in 2026. It just looks like an incredible take on the Fallout franchise. It shows that we do need more Fallout games across different genres of gaming. This is a Doom conversion mod, and it looks absolutely incredible. We also have this brand new MMO known as Pioneer, which is basically like Fallout mixed with Escape from Tarkov. It's launching on December 16 of 2025. This game will be in early access then, will likely have its full release in 2026. The Pioneer takes players to a vast atmospheric post-apocalyptic island where remnants of the Soviet era create an incredible alternative reality. The game emphasizes realism over traditional mechanics, offering an open world of over 50 square kilometers filled with hidden dungeons, story quests, and faction missions that influence alliances and rewards. As a social-focused MMO, Pioneer combines story-driven exploration with intense PvE and PvP gameplay. Players shape the world through their actions. Those are a few unofficial Fallout and non-Fallout projects that would be great for Fallout fans to experience in 2026. Also want to mention that Insider Gaming did speak with some Bethesda employees who stated that yes, behind the scenes there are stacks of ideas for Fallout games which they cannot talk about. We know behind the scenes they are very much heavily talking about Fallout and how they can expand the franchise beyond just a Fallout 5 Bethesda Game Studios, so I'm sure we'll get even more updates in 2026. Guys, go ahead and check out my Elder Scrolls Pipeline video, as well as my Insomniac Games one, God of War, and much more. And guys, it is finally here. The Balboa Club Witch Hunt Collection Volume 1 is now available and will run from December through February, and this drop is specifically inspired by The Witcher, as I wanted to blend the styles of the wrestling world with the games we all know and love. So please go ahead and check out the Balboa Club store. It's on the channel store page, and the website is in the description and pinned comment section below.
Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement.